Well, OHSU leaders say the Trump administration's proposed funding cuts would cripple medical research throughout the hospital system. The National Institutes of Health wants to cut billions of dollars from medical research grants across the country.
The proposal is currently on hold. A federal judge temporarily blocked it this week. Evan Watson joins us in the newsroom with a warning from Oregon's largest research institution. Evan.
Yeah, Tim, OHSU received over $250 million in NIH funding for medical research last year. A Trump administration proposal would slash that, and OHSU leaders say in response they'd be forced to cut back on life-saving medical research.
Okay. A Trump administration proposal to cut grant funding could gash medical research projects across the country, according to health leaders. OHSU, Oregon's largest research institution, would be hit the hardest. Interim President Steve Statham says the hospital system could lose about $80 million per year, close to a third of what OHSU received in NIH funding last year.
Well, I can tell you the impact right now is it's very scary for patients, families, and the nurses and doctors, the care teams. But we're continuing to provide the care. I will say this is an example. These executive orders are creating a lot of uncertainty, anxiety, confusion.
And litigation. A federal judge has temporarily blocked the proposed cuts, but doctors are still worried they could go through.
In the end, this is going to lead to significantly less research at OHSU.
The NIH cuts would apply to indirect costs associated with research, things like power bills, lab upkeep, and hazardous material disposal. The White House says the cuts would reduce unnecessary administrative costs. OHSU doctors like Mark Freeman say they'd cripple research projects.
I mean, one way to think about it would be if you took your car to a mechanic and you put it in the garage and then suddenly someone said, you're no longer able to use 40 to 50% of your tools. So no lift to take it off the ground, no computer to diagnose the problem. That is not a recipe for success. That is the sort of thing that will happen to us if we get hindered by these sorts of cuts.
Oregon Senators Wyden and Merkley and Representative Suzanne Bonamici criticized the proposal in a call with health leaders on Friday.
Pausing research is really serious and harmful. So I want to make the stakes clear here. People will die if Donald Trump and Elon Musk go through with these illegal funding cuts.
OHSU leaders said the research funding cuts would impact anyone who depends on the development of new treatments, clinical trials, and medical interventions.
Everything that we do depends on this robust NIH support, and we're very appreciative.
There are thousands of researchers who work at OHSU. The Oregon senators stress that cuts like these could have damaging economic effects, not just medical ones. OHSU is one of many hospital systems and universities in the state that rely on federal funding for research. It just tops the list in grant money awarded. If you want to learn more about this, we have an extended interview with the interim OHSU president coming up on Straight Talk soon.
All right, Evan, thanks very much.